Welcome back. If you or someone you care about has recently lost a loved one, grieving can be an overwhelming process, especially if there are children involved. Here's Mindy Cassell, Executive Director of the Children's Bereavement Center, with how their organization can help make a difference. Dr. Cassell, so good to have you here. Thanks for coming in.
Oh, thanks for having me, Dave.
It's my pleasure. So let's get right into it. Tell me about the mission of the Children's Bereavement Center.
The Children's Bereavement Center was started 14 years ago. We started with 8 kids from 5 families who had suffered significant loss. And our mission is to help those families adjust after loss. We like to think of grief not as an illness or a pathology, but look at it as an adjustment to loss over time and an emotional reaction to what's happened to somebody.
And to your point, it's not just kids, it's adults, it's parents, it's caregivers.
Exactly. We believe in serving the whole family. So we have groups for the parents, and at the same time the kids are in groups according to their developmental age with other kids, and they get to play, they get to talk, they get to have fun together, but they also get a sense that other kids are going through what they're going through, and it makes all the difference in the world.
I would imagine that would be very important, especially to a child, because I think probably for them it might be difficult to open up. They might be embarrassed or ashamed from what they're feeling, but like you said, if they're around other kids who feel the same thing, it probably helps.
We hold the groups in a school setting, which further normalizes the experience and helps them relax. The groups are friendly. We have facilitators that we train in our model, which we call the Healthful Grieving Model. And they come together, and we really don't measure how well a child's doing by how much they talk. Some kids are talkers, and that's great. But some kids are talkers, and that's great, but other kids really learn by listening. And just hearing other children mention what you're feeling or thinking actually validates your feelings and helps you be more comfortable with what you're going through. We know that there's no quick fix to this, and we know that this takes time. Most families stay about a year, some 2, but that's really up to each family. They come when they want to come, and they stay as long as they need to stay. And we integrate new families every month into the center with an orientation. And those families join the existing groups. So the adults will be in groups with other adults. We have those groups in English and in Spanish. They get to talk about what it's like to have children who are grieving. And we actually can assist them and give them some education on parenting a grieving child. But they also get to throw out all their ideas and what they're going through, and really kind of works the same. I always say and tease that the group is like a poo-poo platter. Everybody just throws out what their advice, their thoughts, what's going on, and you get to pick and choose what works for you. So there is no prescription for how you should heal. This really is a very individualized process, and everybody's grief is their own. We really don't think we can touch their grief. What we try to do is help them adjust and function better after loss.
And you find that this is as impactful for adults as it is for children?
Oh, yes. And for the adults, it's very comforting. Most parents come to us and they're so worried about their children. So just being able to reduce that stress and letting them know that their children are getting the support and help that they need makes all the difference in the world. And then again, they can deal with their own grief and loss at the same time. And we know that it's so significant how well a parent does. And whether it's a parent or a caregiver who's taking care of the child, sometimes the child doesn't have parents anymore. So that either one, we know that how well that person does impacts how well the child is going to do.
And one of the really wonderful parts of all this is that it's free. It doesn't cost anybody anything, right?
Exactly. We really don't want to charge people who've just gone through a devastating loss. We know that that's one of the most critical points in your life, and that your world is turned upside down. So we look to the community to support it. We have individual supporters. You could sponsor a child, and we have corporate supporters. We write grants, and we hold big events.
And the last thing is, if people want to find out more about this, they want to get a hold of you, how do they do it?
Well, they can call us at 305-668-4902, which is our main executive office, or go to www.childbereavement.org.
All right, well, it was great having you here. You're doing great work in the community.
Thank you so much.
And we'll have you back on again, okay?
And please invite everybody to Rockin' on the Green, which is our main event on March 16th.
March 16th, Rockin' on the Green.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dave, so much.
My pleasure. Dr. Cassell just mentioned Rockin' on the Green. It's their annual fundraising event, March 16th at Ransom Everglades School in Coral Gables. If you want to get involved and sponsor a child or just volunteer your time, just go to their website to find out more details. That'll do it for today's show. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks as always to all of our guests. And remember, if you have any ideas for what we should cover, just send us an email, feedback@sfltv.net. You can follow us on Facebook with Inside South Florida, and you can follow me on Twitter @DaveAzer. That'll do it. Have a great rest of the weekend. I'll see you right back here, same time, same place, next week.